It's also kind of hard since I'm on push to talk.
Ah, yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. Forgot that was a thing. I forgot that was a thing. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Actually, that's fine. So, since you're on push to talk, I want you to listen. I'm gonna tell you some things, and I'm gonna hope this will help you. So, yeah. So this is a story. As a little girl, I always thought that people used to think that I was a perfect little person. I always wanted to be helpful to everybody else. Wanted to make sure that everybody of. And I even made promises when I was younger to my mom that I would take care of her when I got out the house, and I was way too young to actually understand that concept. So now this little girl is with her father, and her father's telling her that you're not supposed to do that because you don't owe anything to anybody. So don't owe anything to anybody. Owe something to yourself first before you owe something to anybody else. On an emotional scale. If it comes down to it, now this is a question I want you to ask yourself. Comes down to it, and this is a situation I want you to put yourself in. Is this something that I would do to myself personally? And if you say no, and it's morally incorrect to your beliefs, and you still do it anyways, you're going against your own morals. But would you do something that go against your morals?
Depends on
Um,
the situation.
um, I yeah, depending on what it is.
Alright? So let's do this. A train is coming down the tracks and it splits off into two. There is 7 people on the track on the left, and on the right there are 2 people. To break your own morals means you have to sacrifice a group of people. Would you go with the majority or not?
Um, I'll spare the majority, I guess.
So you save the 7 people on the left. All right. The 2 people on the right. Let's change the situation a little bit. The 2 people on the right is your mom and another close family member. Do you still save the majority?
Hmm, tough question. But I guess a video game once taught me, um, I'm not quite sure, but I mean, to train a train would be a very painful death. Uh, I feel sorry about this, but my mom and dad are more important, I guess.
Well, that's what I would do. If it was somebody close to me that I actually knew and it came down to 7 people, or my brothers, or some family member on a track that's coming high speed, I would rather save my family than the 7 people on that track. That's fine. You may feel bad at the end of the day, but you saved your family. And whatever you feel, it happened, it happened. That's your morals. And that's how you feel. Now think about it as this. Say that you're on the track and you have an option to undo yourself and save the person and throw them out to the thing, or save yourself and let the person get run over. What do you do?
This is probably one of the toughest questions, actually. Do I save myself or someone else? I'd like to think I'd save someone else, but I have a feeling I might not.
That's good. Good. So that you think that you think realistically, that you think that there's that possibility and that chance that I may not save this person, I may save myself just so I could live on. Because that's just human nature. Human nature is self-preservation, self this, self that. And sometimes self will teach self that I'm going to overthink. I'm going to do this wrong. I'm going to do that wrong. I'm going to travel and something bad's going to happen. I'm going to have this big incident in conversation and overdo things or do stuff like do things that make you fear. And that's what self does. Self puts you in the railroad to saving one moral over another. That's what the railroad is.
I would agree.
Now, sorry to make that so long, drawn out, and winded, but just to get you that point to get you in a correct mindset, I thought I would see how you were thinking at that moment in time. Now, let's continue on with these with one more example. The person that is on a roof. There's a person on the roof, and this time you're not going to die. Don't worry, we're not going to kill you anymore. I promise. But the person on the roof is saying that they failed at life. They don't want to go on. They feel like they just can't do it. And you, as the person you are, having panic attacks, knowing how that person feels, knowing that they can't travel, they can't get into arguments, or they'll just give in and just quit. You, as the person, would you relate to them or even let them fall because you didn't want to speak up? Or even would you let them say something and speak it out and still go through with it if that's how they truly felt?
Hmm, I I guess I would try to relate, or at least try to find a way to relate to them.
All right, midnight. This time your time to talk. Would you let the person jump even if after they explain their situation, or let someone would you try to take them down and actually grab?
I'm now slightly confused. I kind of tuned out. What's the context of the situation?
Yeah, it's the contents of the content. All right.
Shush.
So yes, you're on the podcast, but you okay.
This is not a professional podcast. It's not like we have a fucking script in front of us that we're reading off of, okay?
Okay. The context is a person's about to jump off a building. Do you talk to them, try to relate because you have the same feelings, or do you let them jump after they explain their feelings, or at least try to take them off the building and sit them down somewhere, give them some help?
Uh, I guess I would ask them what's wrong and see if there's
And if
any
they
way I could help. Even
and
if
if they begin
even
to jump,
if
would you
that
stop them?
means ending them myself.
Oh, hey now,
Hey
you're a
now,
rock
you
star.
rock star.
That's what I was thinking too. Hey now, let's think about this. Oh, okay. You think you're okay? Okay, you know what? Back, bro. I thought about it too. I can't even lie. If somebody was gonna jump over, I probably would have killed them first. Actually, don't go to hell. I think. Yeah. Because you're not wrong. No. Okay, so okay.
One way or
So
another.
that building that,
Yeah.
that building is the analogy as it was saying.
The
That's
analogy.
your
Uh-huh.
shut up. That analogy is your self confidence. Jesus.
Okay.
Get it? Okay. You want to tune out again? That analogy is your self confidence, dude. Your self confidence keeps afloat. And you gotta make sure whenever you have self confidence, you gotta make sure your self confidence doesn't jump because you're you're strapped to your self confidence, dude. And if your self confidence jump, hell, you are going to jump to and fall. Because I went through the same. with my self-confidence. I let my self-confidence start to jump, and now I feel like I'm in a predicament where I rely on people to give me confidence. And you don't want that because that's when people can control you and manipulate you. It's not fun. It's not cool, and it's not right, but people still do it. But it's cool enough to know that you have something. I fucking love Marvel. Fucking love Marvel. Marvel is the best. Rotten, better say Marvel or DC. If you say another one, besides like anime, I'm mad.
I love that weeaboo shit.
Yes, I will. The Then like, why? Why are you like this? My son.
Because I am a living and breathing meme.
You see, that's a whole ass mood. I'm not even mad that you said that. That's a whole ass mood. Who wouldn't want to be a meme, bro? I'm not even mad. Who wouldn't want to be a meme?
Well, the staff in the server keep trying to threaten me to threaten to kick me because I keep saying too much.
Okay, so this person replied. He said, "I DM'd the person recently, W, with the artist in the art that didn't credit them, and to find it, I literally searched up the character's name with fan art, and it ended up found. There's no bro, bro, bro. Swear to God, I'm looking at your account. There are some things. There are some things. There are some things that I have questions. I have
Wait,
so many
whose
questions.
account? My account?
No, the guy's account that's been. Oh, I'm
Oh,
so angry.
okay. Because somehow I thought you figured out how to get into my account.
I am a hacker. Lol. I'm in. Hacker was something.
Hacker voice, I'm in.
Okay, let's change the subject from something so much not more so philosophical. While rotten zombie comes back, if he can. I don't know where he is.
Uh,
I'm still here.
I
Okay,
think he's trying to take a nap.
I'm sorry, rotten. Oh no,
No, it's fine. I stay up late anyway.
bro. Same. That's not even. I'm not even mad at you. That's actually everybody. I think. I can't sleep. You can't sleep. We all can't sleep. Let's have a slumber party.
Funny enough, my mom goes to bed at like 7 or 8 and has to wake up like 5 or 6.
I'm not even.
Yeah.
Yeah, she works very hard.
Aw, you are an adorable little bean. I want to protect. Can I protect?
Well,
Sure, but
I I have
but
I have no objections.
but
Right,
I'd
y'all.
rather I'd
Oh,
rather
oh.
protect you or I mean I yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're so cute. Oh
He's
my
getting
god,
flustered.
you're getting flustered. I love it. I love it so much. He is so cute.
This man deserves a cuddle.
Yes, he does. He deserves all the cuddles. This man deserves more than just cuddles. He deserves a freaking lifetime supply of donuts.
Who wouldn't want to wait? Diabetics wouldn't want a lifetime supply.
and and people who are allergic to donuts or nuts in general.
Wait, there are people allergic specifically to donuts? I want to meet somebody.
Well, nuts. Like, I think I knew a girl in my class who was allergic to nuts.
But donuts don't usually have nuts in them.
Yes, yes. Donuts usually don't have nuts in them. I I love them so much. Dude, I love you. I love you a lot. You're so
Yeah.
cute. I
Thank you.
I don't know how to turn that down. I'm gonna just nope. Gonna nope out of there. Went to your Twitch stream and I just the echo.
Sudden echo. Usually how you do that is by turning down your volume and then muting the stream.
I like how you put a teacup there too. I like that. That's really nice.
Hey, you said call it the personal tea time, so I went and found a PNG of a fucking teacup.
It's perfect. Don't even worry about it. It's perfect.
Anyways, you guys want to hear about my fucking story about how I was called a terrorist?
Yes, I want to hear that. I want to know why you were called a terrorist.
Alright, so basically, I usually wore a trench coat to school.
That's completely reasonable. Continue.
And I also carried a indestructible laptop. You know,
Yes,
you know those,
animal.
tough books, right?
Yes, I do.
That's the exact laptop I had.
Bro, are you serious?
Yes,
How the hell did you get a military grade laptop indestructible? Hold up.
and that was also a reason why I was called a terrorist. Well, then again, I also knew how to turn anything into a weapon as well as make bombs, but that's beside this point.
Oh yes, yeah. I was called a terrorist because I had a laptop and a Trisco, but I also knew how to make bombs. But that's besides the point. I didn't want that.
Plus, I also took in a respirator at one point because I was just trying not to get fucking wood chips in my lungs because I was in a shop class. And that didn't exactly help because they were like, "Oh God, where's the gas coming from?"
I love it. I love it a lot, bro. I would never been called a terrorist. Like the weirdest thing I've been called,
I
like
also
a
had
terrorist.
actually had almost stabbed someone, so they also told me that I was no longer allowed to wear my trench coat. So I was sad.
Dude, I have two stories that are related to that. The one, we had a dude that used to wear trench coat all the time to my school. This is fucking this information for later. Alright, so I got to know the dude that had the trench coat, and he's a pretty cool dude. He had his hair dyed, he was pretty cool, he looked like the average school shooter, and all that, all the jazz. So one day, not trench coat guy was just at school without a trench coat, which is pretty funny. But somebody else in a trench coat came in and threatened to shoot up the school. Fun. So the funniest thing is at that time, a bunch of schools were getting shot up by kids.
Oh
So
no.
they thought that the kid that wore the trench coat all the time, that wasn't wearing a trench coat, was the one who brought a gun to school. That's because I had to prove to everybody that they're not the same people. One has half pink, half white hair, and the other one has brown. That was fun. It was fucking fun. This other story. So, I used to hate boys when I was in middle school. I hated them. I don't know why. Specifically hated boys. Never wanted to be touched by boys. Never thought that boys were cute. Didn't.
What a touchy subject.
Is that a pun? Excuse me.
Yes.
I sense. I sense that you are just being such an asshole.
Trust
But
me, I love puns. You're gonna hear a lot more than that. Especially when they don't compute.
that's fine. But
A
so
very
this
subtle
kid.
pun.
You know what? So this kid is really cool, and I was in Spanish class at the time, and he touched my back, and he touched my back with a pencil. I didn't like that specifically at the time. My mom went to the store, and we went and got some Chinese food, and we got those wooden chopsticks. So I had a sharpener and I had chopsticks. Bada bing, bada boom, I had a weapon. And I said, touch me again, I'm gonna stab you with these chopsticks. Thus, making me look more crazy, I started chewing on staples. And that's the story. How I got to the counselor's office and them saying I can't touch the stapler anymore. They said I couldn't touch the stapler anymore after that. They said you can't touch staples, you can't touch scissors. So for a whole year I was stuck on like baby scissors and I sucked. It sucked. I was so mad. No, I don't know. That's weird. Weird.
Yep, I just realized I've been pinged. Who the fuck pinged me? Oh, never mind.
Who pinged you? I want to know who pinged. Oh yeah, I've been pinged. Oh, okay, that's you. I don't know who pinged you. Who pinged you? Where did you? Whoa! I saw porn when I woke up. When I opened up general chat, all I saw was porn, porn gifs. Gifs. Nice. I love
Really?
it.
In general chat,
Yeah,
of
the
all
first thing I
things?
saw. That's the first thing I saw, dude. Love it. Love it a lot. Love to see it. Okay.
I see people talking about porn, but I don't see any gifs about it.
Yeah, I don't see any gift porn. I want to know. Imagine watching porn. Imagine paying for porn. That's amazing.
Imagine watching porn.
Imagine.
Trust me, I don't need to imagine it.
No, don't do that.
The hell is that? Oh, it's that.
Ah, that was my phone. No, I broke my nail. How? Bro, I'm mad. Ah, ow, bro, that hurt. Okay, now I have a sideways nail. That's fine. So, back on topic with the personal tea time. One crazy story that I had in my youth, because I'm still in youth somehow, but still. One of the craziest things I've ever done was accidentally stab my hand with some scissors that actually went through my hand.
Ooh, I have a good story about something like that too.
That's fun. Oh crap.
So I had something similar to that happen, except for it was with an actual knife. And somehow, when I was stabbing a bed, I managed to stab my
I
foot.
come back to stabbing beds.
Yes, I was stabbing a bed. I stabbed my foot and somehow managed to cut a perfect square in my foot.
That's amazing.
I could even take the square of flesh out of my foot.
That's amazing. That's some soft shit right there. Actually, hold up.
I
That's some soft.
and I put it back on my foot and said, "You know what? I'm just going to pretend I didn't do that." And never talked about it or thought about it again.
Oh god. The dumbest thing I've ever done was with scissors. So this is when I was home. I was grounded and I was completely bored. So you know those things, those cheap lifesaver things you get from like amusement parks, and they light up in the night and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had one of those. So I wanted the light out of it because I like to break things apart and look at what's inside. I
Uh,
was stabbing it with some scissors and putting it around, and I was holding the longer part with my hand as my hand was on the other side, and I was holding it, and just it slid down the long part, and it slid into my hand.
wow, this story cuts deep.
Oh god.
I'm sorry, I had to. Where'd you go? Did you just leave?
Wait, what?
Extra alien has now gone silent. I managed to make them leave.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Just shut the fuck up. I hate it because my phone does this all the time. I hate it a lot.
Apparently, my puns were too scary for your fucking phone. If I could English.
Thanks. So thanks for the shitty pun, man. I love it. I love how it just jabbed my hand into drabbing my hand into the fucking join button again. Love it. Just love it. So I stabbed it through my hand, and I didn't cry. All I said was, I did a frozen moment. I didn't. Oh, I've been impaled. Looked at my hand, yanked out the scissors, went to show my dad, and my dad was like, "Hey, don't you have a nurse at school?"
One
No
moment.
joke. Like, don't you got a nurse at school? And he said, yeah, just go to school, see the nurse out for it, and then after that, just don't bother it. So, for the rest of the day, I couldn't use my writing hand at all. I couldn't pick up anything with my writing hand, couldn't do assignments, because my hand was injured. So I was stuck, incapable of doing stuff. And then 2 days later, it was healed. It scabbed over and everything. It stopped hurting in 2 days. I am Wolverine. I am Wolverine. I have fucking fastest healing. As fun as that was, that's not the only injury I've made of myself. Hey, hey, aren't you gonna jab me with a pun now?
I guess no puns today.
Hey, that's just a shot in the dark, man. Don't do that. Gotta wait till he comes back. Let him live. Let him breathe, dude.
I think he either went to the bathroom or something.
That's cool. Any stories from you? Crazy stories of you getting injured from mistakes that you've done?
Oh, there is one. I remember my quad. I remember my brother used to drive a quad bike, and my brother tried to teach me how to ride a quad bike. This was on the same day as my birthday. That would have made me 7 in 2007. So I went on the motorbike. I mean the quad bike, and I forgot all the instructions my brother told me. And so I ended up sliding off the quad bike and I crashed into a fence. But don't
I'm
worry,
listening. I'm listening.
no one was harmed. Not even I was harmed. In fact, I was completely fine. And luckily there are nothing around. It was just a field, so no one was harmed. Not even the animals.
You are such a bean, dude. You are so worried. Not even worried about yourself. You're worried about the animals, bro. You are such a love bug. I have more
Thanks.
violent stories than
Yeah.
you do.
Wait.
I
Wait. Oh, sorry, I interrupted you.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Um.
Yes,
Although
please. I would love a
I
fresh cup
do
of tea.
although
Uh, uh,
although I do remember this one story. I feel kind of embarrassed about it now. So this
Tell,
was
tell.
this was probably in 2008 or 2009. So when I was pretty much a kid, and when I was a kid, I never once thought I didn't think as a kid. And so I guess one day we were just playing football out in the schoolyard on the playground, and then one of my classmates told me to do something. Now I can't remember what he said, but but I ended up for no reason at all, punched him straight in the punched him right in the stomach. Yeah,
Hey,
it's
so
it's not it's not an interesting story, but it's a story nevertheless, I guess.
that story had less context, and I still love it. You're such a bean. I can't imagine you punching anybody. You're such a bean.
I just go
Well,
back, so I have no clue what's happening.
I
So
was a kid.
it's
Well,
telling a tale of him, and as a kid, he didn't act like a kid. So this other kid came up to him, asked him to do something. He doesn't know what he said, but he punched him in his gut. He punched him in his gut. If I was hearing it correctly.
yeah,
The less context in it, I can't imagine him punching somebody. He is such a being. It's so innocent, bro.
yeah, um, yeah. The irony is, actually, it's not even irony. It's that we never really got along with each other in a way.
Well,
Well,
who you're
I don't know. The classmate I punched in
not
the gut.
doing that happening specifically.
I don't know.
No, no.
We had the same friends and we were in the same friend group, but we just I don't know. We just didn't like each other.
Hey, that's fine. You can't be friends with everybody. That's fine. But there's this one story. If I can relate that to the story, there's this one story that I'm trying to be friends with a person. I was trying to be friends with this person. I was friends with him for a little while, and I got to be friends with her boyfriend. See, now I don't know what the hell girl code is. See, I don't specifically understand the girl code. Girl code is saying you have to ask your best friend to date her ex. I don't do that because I barely knew this said friend. So I called her a friend, not a best friend, a friend. Didn't know that she was a hoe.
Well,
I'm sorry, she was. Every time I dated somebody, she dated them already. She got mad whenever I dated them. I was like, okay. So, said friend broke up with her more recent boyfriend that I was currently friends with, and said boyfriend, who was friends with me, talked to me, telling me why he broke up with the girl because she didn't listen. All right, I'm friends with the girl. I'm able to explain it, but I don't want to because I'm not in the place to explain somebody else's feelings on why they did something because they're not my feelings. They're just like if
yeah.
I could jump into somebody's body and explain somebody's feelings because I knew how they feel, I would do it. I would have completely told her, but I was like no, because that's not my place to tell. That's not my business. He told me, he explained to me, he just wanted to say something to me to get it off his chest. I allowed him to say it to me, didn't respond. I allowed him to say it to me and just moved on. Next morning, said friend came to me, told me this. My ex-boyfriend broke up with me. I said, I know. She said, how do you know? I said, I told him. Well, he told me. And said friend asked, are you going to explain why he broke up with me? I said, no. And said friend said, so you're on his side. You just want to be on his side. I was like, no. I'm not going to explain somebody's feelings because I'm not going to explain somebody else's feelings. This person got outrageously mad. She said, oh, you're going to steal my boyfriend like always. I was like, no. I barely know any of your boyfriends because you always have pictures of them but never show them, never kiss them or anything.
Oh
So,
well.
yeah, so they're not really boyfriends, but somehow getting all that kind of dick. So, that's you get all that. Hey, that's a lot to unpack with you. So, a couple months later, since I told my friend that this was stupid, and I told my friend the situation, the guy said boyfriend was like, yeah, she's been talking crap about you. I don't care. She can talk that crap about me. I'm just gonna tell people the truth of what happened, and they'll understand like what I mean. Said friend talking crap about me, calling me a hoe, all that, even though I dated no more than two people that school year because first guy I dated for like 7 months and the second guy was just a break off relationship. so bad, and I just wanted somebody to hold me. So yeah, that was a break off relationship. So she called me a hoe, all that great mess and all that, and she just like went off. And then after that, what happened? She went back to Kate. Apparently told her that I was talking crap. And then said day I was already pissed off because my dad woke me up with yelling at me. He yelled at me in the morning, and I woke pissed. So then she came up to me, breakfast, and said, "You better keep your name out my better keep my name out your mouth, or I'll drag you across the floor, bitch." Now I said this before. I said this once before to you guys. Hate being called a bitch. Hate it. Sorry.
Well,
I just
Jesus.
hate it. And she was dogging on me, bro. Pun intended. She was dogging on me. I'm sorry.
I love
Bro,
puns.
I know. So, you know what? I was already pissed. I already had sweatpants on, a t-shirt on, no earring. My hair was already up. Yo, let's get it on. Let's go ahead. Go ahead. Drop me. You get here all day 24/7. Had all the administrators on me and nobody was on her because everybody knew she wasn't gonna do anything. But I was. I was pissed. She was saying she was gonna drag me, and I was like, okay, let's do it. So I was trying to be friendly, trying to respect said boyfriend's friend, said boyfriend friend, trying to respect his privacy, trying to respect her privacy. Then said friend bashes me and then tries to fight me, doesn't fight me, but also loses. Later on, she got smacked hell out of by another person. So, oh wait, what was novels? Excuse me, I want to know what the novels is. What?
That's my family. Don't worry about it.
I love your family already. I love them already, bro. And like her laugh is amazing. Hey, we gotta make sure we keep everything correct. Mm. Well, that was this.
Oh, it's not because I'm laughing because of that. It's why I'm laughing is because I'm not sure how many people can hear that.
I can definitely hear it, dude. I can hear it
I
perfectly.
finished the social studies. Yeah. No, I'm not playing a game. Twitch, my streaming software. Podcast, yes. Because I finished the social studies project. Yes. Hell yeah. Yeah. I will make. This is how. Pretty much, yes. I could, yes. Well, the only problem with that is that once it's out there because this is both this since this is both recording and live, that means people can hear it.
Hey, Rotten.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Rotten.
but
I love.
it already
I'm gonna
exists.
do something for me,
People
okay?
have already heard.
Wait. What?
I'm being
Yes, in future I will make sure to let you know.
Rotten. I need you, Mobile. I need you to make sure that you love yourself enough to the point that you can still do stuff. I know those panic attacks will get you down, and everything that's about you get you hardened by your heart, but Just make sure that you don't let those panic attacks have a lasting effect on you, dude. I love you, dude. I love you. I'm giving you a follow right now, dude.
What?
Yeah, no thanks.
Why is it? It looks like it looks like something's there. You might got like a bit of oil on your nose or something. I could move to a different room.
Lol, 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 lol. Dude, you should do that because there's too much background noise. No, I'm not even joking, dude. Not even joking.
Hold on, I'll be back.
Okay. Alright, so we have to continue on this stream. Hey, let me ask you a question. Let me do two truth, one lie, or vice versa for you. Okay, Rotten.
All right.
All right. To let you know who I am. My first name is Michaela. I am a Gemini, and I'm 6'2".
I'm gonna say the first one's true.
All right.
Uh, this third one's true, and the second one is a lie.
Nope. I am definitely a Gemini, dude, and I'm not 6'2". I could only wish I was. Bro,
Alright.
Go ahead.
I was thinking about doing two truths and one lie then.
Go ahead.
Okay, let me think of one. Let me think of three actually. Alright, I think I've thought of one of them at least. So the first one, I'm a fan of good old Spider-Man. The second one is that I'm Scottish. And the third one is that I finished college. Which one is which
I think you
two?
can college. I think that's a lie because you told me before. I guess I don't specifically know because I think the other ones are true because I can hear the Scottish in your voice, and I think good old
Alright.
Spider part of the comics you like, bro. So good old Spider-Man.
Yeah. I actually don't know what got me into him actually. It just
Really?
was to me it was just sort of this natural click, I guess. But I, but as I
Yeah,
get older, now, um, one thing I like about the character is the struggle.
dude, I can agree with that. I love um Spider-Man movies, Marvel movies, like, especially like my favorite all-time movie, this new one I love it for facts, and I'm mad that it didn't get any like awards. I love Spider-Verse, bro. And it's not even
But
because it's Spider-Man. It's like you can see the whole struggle in it. It's everything, and I love it. I love it a lot.
I think it did win an Oscar.
It did, bro. I'm happy.
Yeah, it actually did. But and Spider-Man, to me, Spider-Man is all about redemption as well.
I can actually agree with you on that. Honestly, I can agree with you. I can totally agree with you on that. I adamantly agree on you because every time you see a live action Spider-Man and Spider-Man gets his powers, his Uncle Ben dies. This man redeems with great responsibility. Yep, I can agree with you on that, dude.
Yeah,
As one of my favorites, like as a good like starter on Spider-Man, especially since like Spider-Verse did explain a bunch of the Spider-Mans in like one row in different alternate universes, which is really cool. I like to imagine Spider-Man as more relatable to us than to like the adults in our life. I think that, 'cause I think it's really nice.
Yeah, because I personally feel that the older you get, the more relatable he becomes.
Well, that's very nice. I like that a lot because if you think about it, like the comics are pretty cool, especially like if you look at the older comics, and then you look at the newer things that are coming out for Spider-Man, like Spider-Man coming back with Venom, because that's what Sony. The only deal that Sony had to do, if you didn't know this, Sony and Disney had a deal that they'd bring Spider-Man back into the MCU if they bring Venom with him to the MCU too. Which makes sense because the 2009, I think, movie had Spider-Man with Venom, like Venom Spider-Man, and that's how everything pretty much. And the
Uh,
MCU, I think.
actually, it was 2007.
Yeah, 2007. 2007 The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It was the one where Venom was an alien and he just kind of popped out and took over Spider-Man's suit. And Spider-Man enjoyed it for a little bit until he realized that he couldn't do it. And then that's where Sandman came in. The Sandman thing. Sandman dude came into play. So Spider-Man overcame a lot for that part too, because when Sony was like, "Fuck you, no Disney, you're not having Spider-Man," because Spider-Man was originally, even before people started coming out with it, was originally ours. So yeah, fight me on that. I like how they fought for Spider-Man. That's good.
I'm back, and in a room that is a bit more soundproof.
Nice. We're talking about comics now.
Yeah, I could tell. I was kind of listening in for some of that.
I think like is one of the best superheroes too. I think Spider-Man would be in the MCU specifically, not any other one. Just the MCU version. Yeah, I think Spider-Man. Take the cake.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
Rotten. Thoughts?
Any thoughts on the Sony deal?
Yeah.
Um, I'm actually not quite sure actually, because to me, I see I try to see two sides of an argument. Like there's Sony's with the Tobey Maguire, Andrew, and Spider-Verse, and then there's like Disney with the MCU. Um, it's hard to say. I really don't know because I probably would like Spider to be with Sony because I feel like they can go to more darker routes, and they can experiment more.
No, they did. They did. They said that Spider-Man could be in the MCU if a Venom came with Spider-Man.
All right. Um, but it's so something that I've been seeing a lot is that I saw this one tweet actually where DC embraces the past, and that got me thinking. Marvel doesn't really embrace the past with other adaptations, and I think the reason is because in the 90s they were bought out by different companies like Sony, Fox, and Paramount for a short period of time until it was bought by Disney. Meanwhile, like DC, they embrace the past whenever they want. Like with 60s Batman, Batman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond, and I think they're even doing it with the 90s Flash actually. So
They are. They are.
yeah, or even in Arkham Knight, they brought back the Christopher Nolan skin or the Christian Bale skin, and they did that for Fortnite again. They did that for Fortnite.
Even though Fortnite's now dead. Lol. He should see it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Also, I
and
noticed
but
that Stitchy Artist what underdash will take one has followed. So thank you for tuning into the stream.
Oh, that's
uh,
good.
Oh, that's you. Never mind.
Well, I was gonna say like um with Spire on PS4, they weren't really gonna add the Raimi suit, but they did because of a huge amount of requests for that. And I feel that that was one of the only times where Marvel actually embraced the past. And I don't think they will do it again unless there's like a huge outcry for that.
Yep.
Now I don't know who made the tweet, but it's just it's got me thinking a lot recently.
Well, I can agree with you on DC actually going through their past. Oh Jesus, man! I can agree with you on DC going back on their own like little thing and actually trying to like incorporate older skins. Like even like Mortal Kombat does that too. They go back to their first retro skins of the characters and remodel it into like the new stuff too. Even putting other characters in there. I played a game called Skullgirls, and they do that with like other people. Like they created like characters based off of certain things, and they even put like characters like the I think the characters as some of the characters and reskin them as the characters, which is really cool. But as like Marvel has all of these different skin characters, but you can't use them in certain games. You can't reskin characters, or you can't have little Easter eggs that are related from movie to game like DC does. DC has this little thing where if you spot it in the movie and you see it in the game, those little Easter eggs, those are good. Those are great. DC accepts their past and makes it Easter eggs. So does the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. So does a lot of like other like Mario, somewhat, and somewhat of Sonic. They'll have like old game things, even Sonic Generations. Sonic Generations was a whole list of Easter eggs, just a whole game of Easter eggs. That's it, just Easter eggs. But Marvel Marvel will make a game and not really like expound upon their creation and keep what they created from the beginning and move it on and make it somewhat new. It's somewhat original while keeping the history. If you can understand what I'm saying. Ah, okay, I forgot.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Cause like it's easier. It's easy for you to like know where you came from and then incorporate where you came from into a piece of work. But it's another thing to like just completely create something new and just base it off something and just say it's based off of this, but it's completely new.
You
Not
mean
get
like the fucking webcomic I'm going to be creating? Because it's just supposed to be comedic for why not?
I mean, it's based on the. I mean, are you putting in a plug? Hold up. Are you putting in plugs?
Yes, we are. Yes, you guys are a part of this podcast, so yes, you are allowed to plug.
Okay, so if we're talking about webtoons, y'all follow my account on my October account for my October like festive things going on at extra underscore alien art on Instagram because that's my art account usually, and I like to post things on my art account. And my DMs are always open to talk if anybody has some troubles because I go to college for psychology. Have fun, but you guys just check it out if you want.
Yee.
But back to the topic. On my hand. Don't really have too much of a. You don't have too many people going back to what they originally created, and then just kind of like, mm, just like, how can I say this correctly?
And not cry?
Yeah, like I like seeing Spider-Man. I used to love seeing Spider-Man. Then when I saw the Spider-Man without like the Spider-Man skins, without the iron suit, or even like they don't even add to like the cosmic spider. I think that's a really cool concept. That Spider-Man is more powerful than like Superman. I like that, but they don't want to add it into creation, and I think that's total bummer, dude. It's a total bummer.
That's a lot of men.
That's a lot of Ben. Excuse me. Can you see my screen?
What? No, I can't. Well, maybe, but
Hey, wait. You said maybe?
no, I can't actually see a screen.
You're lucky. I have no idea how you didn't die from that, but you're lucky.
Oh my.
Come here. Come at me. Come at me. Come at me, you hoe. Get fucked. Damn it.
Go fucking punch your screen.
Get fucked. I'm getting completely fucked.
Oh my.
You little bitch.
I will take it out of context.
No, you will not. You will not take this out of context. This will not be the funniest.
Oh, I will. After all, we want people to watch us, don't we?
Yeah,
not
you
that
can't
way,
take
but yes,
context out of content, bro.
at least I marked this as intended for mature audiences. Ain't gonna stop anyone, but hey.
That's true. I saw this other thing about there was this angry parent that texted like that emailed the freaking YouTuber because he thought that the YouTuber was worshiping Satan and having Satanism because they studied witchcraft, even though they weren't, because they drew their character as a witch. I love old people.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I love old people. Old people are the best, bro. They're the best. Witchcraft.
Well, I will live with my old people.
I love my old people because my old people are great. Stop blocking me, you bitch!
Who's blocking you?
You bitch!
What is
Ugh.
happening? I am now confused.
You are confused. Now don't even worry. Don't even worry about it. You shouldn't worry about it. You shouldn't ask questions that you don't want answers to. Imagine a murderer telling you that. Like, do you guys have like a Ginsu knife? Why don't I?
Excuse me as I
What?
turn your mic down because I'm pretty sure people don't want to have to deal with ear rape.
Excuse me, my ear rape is delicious.
Oh my.
No, I'm joking. I'm trying to tone down my voice. I have a loud voice in general. I'm sorry about that.
And no problem.
Stop being Miss Frosty and little bitch and be a little bitch. Yes, finally I got you with this motherfucker.
Oh my.
You're a sexy motherfucker.
Wait, did you say you sexy motherfucker?
You know what's fun though? You know what's a good thing in general?
Don't fucking
I think the
persuade me
best
to
thing
talk about
about
something else. The fuck did
being
you say?
human and just like in general is like we get to make mistakes. And it's okay. And even if you make those mistakes, you should feel better about themselves. So as I try and bring this to a close, because this is very unscripted and
Unscripted?
Yeah.
Why the hell would we need a script? It's fucking hilarious.
yeah, y'all have a good night. All right. And Rotten, my
Yeah.
son,
Mm-hmm.
you better love yourself, and you better take care of yourself. And you, even if you have those panic attacks, I will come and find you, and I will hug the hell out of you until you stop feeling so bad. Okay?
Alright. Alright.
Okay? Sweet.
Yeah. I love myself.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah, like Shinji in the last episode of Evangelion.
Oh my god.
But there are two endings to Evangelion where one he learns how to love himself and the other where he learns to not indulge in escapism.
Dang, I guess he becomes a narcissist and then one becomes a suicidal maniac. Dang, that's the two moods of current generation. We'll talk about that next time on Personal Tea Talk.
Okay, I guess I'll
Good
stop
night.
recording.
Yes.